See why, first what I will discuss is why should we learn Python? What are the benefits and advantages of Python? Then I can give you the introduction about the Python. So now, the most popular programming languages here I have listed. See, so many programming languages are there. See the programming languages. I think among all these, you have heard some of the programming languages like C or C++, or maybe MATLAB, Java, JavaScript, C hash. So now it is Python. See now the most popular programming languages. So now see how the graph is increasing and Python. The usage of Python is increasing 25.95%. So compared to other programming languages, this is the statistics taken from this site. Next. So what programming language do you use on a regular basis? So many, you may get doubt. So many programming languages are there. Some may tell this is the programming language good. Maybe some people may tell you, so the Java is good. Some people may tell you this C# and .NET are good. Some people may tell you R is better or SQL is good. Some will tell you Python. So now see the graph. That's why I'm showing the graph. So on regular basis, most of the people are using, how much percentage of people are using this Python? So 83% of the people, maybe employees or students or organizations. So all are 83%. So 83% of the people are using Python. So how the salaries for Python developer in different continents? So if you consider USA, so this is the average salary, not exactly on an average. Canada, so this many dollars. UK, $84,051. Germany, $97,238. India, $13,798. Australia, $1,03,101 for Python developer average salary. Now, Python is utilized by different industries. Used by different industries. Like what are the industries? Those using this Python. So Python is used in education, Python in government sector, Python in automotive sector. So Python is in marketing and advertising sector, Python in healthcare, Python in travel and tourism, Python in insurance, accounting and legal, Python in biotech and pharma, Python in energy, Python in banking and financial services. So see, these are different industries the Python is using. So now, so what are the average salaries of Python developer? If you observe these statistics, banking and financial services, this industry is getting more salary. So salary comparisons of other software related roles to Python developer salary in India. This is especially in India. So previously I have shown the statistics related to different continents. So now in India for different developers. So Ruby on Rails developer, Java developer, Perl developer, C++ developer, front-end developer, .NET developer, PHP developer, Python developer. So these are the salaries. So this statistics is taken from this site. So observe. So who is getting more salary? See, Perl developer is getting more salary. So next Python. After that Java, and after that Ruby, and after that the front-end developer. After that this is C++ developer, and then .NET, and then PHP. Okay. So in India, the salaries of software employees. Next, who are using Python? Which companies are using Python? So these are the companies. See, why I'm telling this statistics and why I'm showing this is, so you have to know how Python is on demand. For a Python developer, so there is a very crazy about or more demand on Python. The companies are recruiting So if you know Python, then it is easy to get a placement also. Okay. So 16 famous companies that uses Python. See, in this list, you may heard about some companies, some you may not observe. So Quora, then Spotify, NASA, YouTube, Google. Well known, YouTube, Google, Yahoo, Instagram, Uber, IBM, edX. edX, generally students will do certification courses in edX. Okay. So that website or that organization is using Python. So now other than that, Spotify, Quora, Reddit, Discuss, Dropbox, Elk, Pinterest, so even Bright, Discuss, or also using this Python. So most of, see here, I listed only some of the companies. Other than these, some other companies are also using Python. Next, high paying Python job roles. So what are, see, whenever Python you are learning, different job roles are there for Python. What are different job roles? So full stack Python developer, then Python data scientist, machine learning engineer, Python developer, Flask developer, Python automation engineer. So now full stack Python developer, the companies. So which companies are hiring most? So most of the recruitment is done for full stack develop Python developer. So mandatory and emphasis. Next, Python data scientist, New Sigma, Fractal, machine learning engineer, IBM, Amazon, Python developer, TCS, Infosys, Wipro are recruiting this Python. Then Flask developer. So JS Associates and JP Morgan, Python automation engineer. So for that, Accenture and HCL. So these companies are recruiting these type of Python employees, Python developers. So nowadays, see that means whenever you are learning Python, see these are different job roles. Full stack Python developer, Python data scientist, machine learning engineer, Python developer, then Flask developer, Python automation engineer. So now these are the basic salaries. So 8 to 10 lakh for full stack developer, 7 to 8 lakh Python data scientist, IBM Amazon 7 to 8 lakh machine learning engineer, then Python developer 6 to 7 lakh for TCS, Infosys, Wipro, then 5 to 6 lakh JS Associates, Accenture and HCL 4 to 5 lakh. Now high paying Python job roles. Next. So these are different job roles for Python. So then we have to know who designed or who invented this Python. So see the picture. So the person who designed this Python. Python was invented by Guido van Rossum in 1991. In 1991, so Python was invented by Guido van Rossum in 1991. Then Python is easy to learn, popular programming languages. Python is, next important feature here it is, Python is free and open source. Next, it is expressive Python language. It is more expressive Python language. Means that it is more understandable and readable. Python is used for web development, software development, and mathematics. Not only for software developer. So see, Python is used for web development, software development, and also in mathematics. See the person who designed. Now the world is ruling by Python. So everyone, nowadays, everyone is using artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning. So everyone is using this Python. Next, what are the main features of this Python? See the picture once. See the picture once, the main features of Python here. So Python is easy to learn. Python is easy to learn. Then it is explicit. See the picture once. It is a free open source. It is high level. It is portable. It is object oriented. Next, it is extensible, embeddable. It is interpreted, large and standard library, GI programming, dynamically typed. What the main important features of Python. So easy, what is the meaning here? It is easy to understand. It is easy to understand and easy to write the code also, write the code. So how can we say that it is easy? You can ask doubt, madam, why? How can we say this is easy? If you learn this, then you can compare with other programming languages like C, C++, Java. I will show you the differences among all those programming languages. The same program in C, C++, Java, and Python. So you can understand why I'm saying Python is easy to learn. Okay. So now it is expressive. So by seeing the statement or programming instruction, you can easily to write the instruction. It is more expressive. You can write easily. It is free and open source. No need to purchase any licensed version. No need to purchase. It is free and it is open source. Just go to www.python.org. You can download it based on your operating system. Based on is it by Windows operating system or Macintosh, so Linux operating system. Based on your operating system, you can download it freely. So that's why free and open source. And it is high level. You know different levels of programming languages. So initially, the programming languages are at low level. Low level are nothing but in the form of binary, zeros and ones, in the form of binary. Okay. After that, some mnemonics like assembly level language. After that, it is high level. Why these levels of programming languages? So 0 and 1, it is difficult to write a program in the form of zeros and nowadays we are writing addition of two numbers like this. C equal to A plus B. Okay. So now in olden days, C means you have to write in the form of zeros and ones like this. Equal to also we have to represent in the form of binary. A again we have to write in the form of binary. Plus again you have to write in the form of binary. B again you have to write in the form of binary. So see, C equal to A plus B. So you have to remember first of all the binary equivalents. How difficult it is. Okay. So to overcome that, next level actually assembly level language. For addition, you have to write add. For multiplication, you have to write mul. For division, you have to write div like that. So it is also difficult to remember these words for operations. Whereas high level language, so it is easy. Like it consisting of simple mathematical expressions. Simple, C equal to A plus B. By seeing that one, we can easily understand. Okay, we want to perform addition of two numbers A and B. That result you want to store in C. That is easy to understand. Okay, so that's why C is a high level programming language. Next, not C, Python. C is also high level language. Okay, so Python is a high level language. So next, it is portable. It is portable. What does it mean? Portable means it is easy to carry. In olden days, TVs are of different types. Olden days, portable TVs are there. Very small. You can search in the net. Very small TVs are there. Okay. So that means it is easy to carry. Why we can call them as a portable? Easy to carry. Similarly, here Python is also portable. That means easy to carry. That Python program you can carry. What is the meaning of carry? You may get doubt. What is the meaning of carry? Madam, why should we carry? What is the meaning of carrying? So here carrying here it is nothing but suppose this is one program you have written like the sample.python. You have written one program in one system. In one system, so you have written sample.python. Okay, py. Python programs are saved with the file extension .py. Okay. So now you have written this in one system. So you compile and execute it. Now the same program you can run in another system also. You can run in another system also. The same program. That means different hardware components are there. Not the same type of systems, different systems. Configurations of systems are different. So you have written in system 1, the same program you can run on another system. of different hardware configuration, S1 and S2. So you can carry from one system to another system, though the hardware or the system configurations are different. So that's why here it is portable. Next, you know C++ and Java are object-oriented programming languages. In the same manner, Python is also an object-oriented programming language. Why? Because, so what is the meaning of this object-oriented? So the real world problems you can correlate with objects. So which is easy to understand also. So you can use classes and objects. So you know the main advantages of this object-oriented programming, its concepts. Okay. So now, are you getting? Are you getting my points? Can you please respond? Are you getting my points? Is it clear? You can send me a message. Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sriya. Yes. So next one is extensible. Extensible is nothing but you can extend the program. So you have written some code that you can extend the program. Next is similarly embeddable. That means this Python you can embed in another programming languages. You can write Java or you can use in databases. So like that you can embed in another programming language. Then it is interpreted programming language. As you know, so here I think most of you heard about this compiler. And another type of translator is there, that is interpreter. So this Python is using interpreter. Because of this interpreter only, you got this portability feature. Because of this interpreter only. Why? Because I will show you the diagram also. So what is the meaning of interpreter? Interpreter is nothing but it translates. Interpreter is nothing but translates from high-level programming language into low-level programming language. It is line by line. So it generates one special code, bytecode. Because of this bytecode only, it is portable. So that interpreter advantage. So Python, it is advantage here. It is using interpreter. Next, why? Because it is generating bytecode. Next one is large standard library. So it is having standard library. You can import the so many packages. You can import the packages. So many packages are there. Machine learning related packages, so many are there. Artificial intelligence, deep learning, so many packages are there. So related to those packages, you can import those library files. Okay. So large standard library. No other programming language is having so many, those many number of libraries. Then GUI, graphical user interface programming. So GUI is also available. Then dynamically typed. I will tell you what is meant by this dynamically typed language. These are the main features, not only this. So in regular class, we can discuss more about these features. Just I'm giving you the briefing of this Python, what we are going to discuss in regular classes. Okay. Then, so here interpreted, I told you it is using interpreter. It is using interpreter. Now, see what is the difference between this interpreter programming languages and compiled programming languages. So Python is using interpreter. Now, what is the meaning of that interpreting? So this means that your code is not directly run by the hardware. So I told you while discussing the portability feature. You have written program in one system, the same program you can execute in another system. How is it possible? It is a platform independent. That you can say it as platform independent. Platform is nothing but here hardware configurations. Okay, so this platform is different and this platform is different. Okay, so this means that your code, that Python code is not directly run by the hardware. Now, whereas this compiler means directly executed by, that means compiler means depending on the hardware, depending on hardware, which is nothing but platform dependent, which is called as platform dependent. This is platform independent interpretive languages. So it is platform independent and it is platform dependent. Due to this platform independent only, we got the portability feature. Next, what are the advantages of Python? The advantages of Python here are, so because of this interpretive feature, it has number of advantages. What are those advantages? Automatic memory management, expressivity and syntax, that is in English. So easy of programming, minimizes the development time. So it is focusing on main. So many modules are there, no? So focus on importing modules, a feature that makes it useful for scientific computing. So it is having more packages, more modules. You can import, you can use. So these are the advantages. Now, where can you execute this Python? So you can install this Anaconda IDE. So that Anaconda IDE consisting of so many. So among those, one of that IDE is Spider. So just I have shown you www.python.org. From there you can download it. See, idle, you can execute your Python code. Spider, you can execute Python code. PyCharm, you can execute. Eric, Vim, Atom, Jupyter Notebook, Anaconda, Pyder, Thorny. So all these are different IDEs or different platforms where you can execute Python programs. See, this is the site. From here you can install based on your operating system. Next, why only Python? Why should we learn Python? So Python, so the advantages I mentioned. So you can understand, and I have shown you this one. Learning Python is not simply a software job. So in software, you can get different types of jobs. See, I've shown you already. See this one. So if you learn other programming languages simply like Java, okay, software job like that. But here in Python, see, Python automation engineer, Flask developer, Python developer, machine learning engineer, Python data scientist, full stack developer. Your designations are different in different companies. Okay. Then, so that is the reason why we should be learn Python. And see, this is normally a C language or C++. These are using compilers, and after compilation, you can execute the program. Whereas in Python, it is using interpreter. It is using here interpreter. This is using interpreter. Okay. So this is hardware independent or platform independent. This is platform independent. This is platform dependent. Now, different Python career opportunities. So what are different career opportunities of Python? See the picture once. Python developer, machine learning engineer, web developer, DevOps engineer, data scientist, excuse me, 1 second, ma. Data scientist, data analyst, AI engineer, software engineer. These are the Python career opportunities. Don't you have keys? So these are different Python career opportunities. Next, use cases and case studies of Python. See, data science for targeting different industry, people are using this Python. Na? So where you are using or where the Python is using. Data science for targeted advertising, the first one. Then data science for internet search. So there also Python is using. Then data science for e-commerce, data science for education. Data science is also nothing but Python only. Okay. So data science for education, data science for video streaming. See, data science for targeted advertising. So what are the roles of that job? What are different roles of that job? Data science for targeted advertisement. Post ads on websites, get targeted customers. Data science for, so generally you heard about the data scientist. So data scientist designation is not simply a data scientist. Data scientist in different areas. So data scientist for this, data scientist in this, data scientist in this, data scientist here, data scientist here. Okay. Data science for internet search. Take users query, provide results, show relevant recommendations. Data science for e-commerce. Analyze the search patterns, recommend products to customers, show high quality products. Data science for education. Find the latest course, collect the students' feedback, understand students' requirements. Data science for video streaming. Analyze users' data, use machine algorithms, recommended movies. So these are different use cases. So now, how to run the Python program? So for simply write the program, run the code. If there are no errors, it will ask for some input. Okay. More inputs are required. Then again, you have to run it. Then if any errors you are getting after running, if you are getting any errors, then what shall we do? Again, we have to edit the code. Like that, it is simple to run also. Next, already I told you the applications of Python. Okay, web and internet development, applications of Python programming in desktop GUI, science and numeric applications, software development application, Python applications in education, Python applications in business. Not only these, so many database access, network programming, games and 3D graphics, console-based applications, computer vision, machine learning, robotics, data analysis. So many areas are there, not only those. I have shown you only some of the applications. Next, see this Venn diagram. See this Venn diagram. Observe very carefully. So this is one, this is another one, this is another one. Okay. So this is about data science. Generally, what we will think of is this is computer science and IT. Generally, we are computer CSE students or IT students or MCE or EC something. So those students here. Now, mathematics and statistics. See, whenever we are writing a program, without mathematics, writing a program is not possible. Even addition of two numbers program, if you want to write, then also you are using maths. Multiplication of two numbers program, if you want to write, then also mathematics. Mathematics, you have to know the mathematical operation. Okay, roots of quadratic equation. For that roots of quadratic equation, also mathematical equations are compulsory. Without maths, there is no computer science. Remember. Okay. So maths and statistics, and then domains and business knowledge. So now see the intersections here. If you know computer science and statistics, then what we can get? Machine learning. Okay. Then if you know computer science and data science also, if you know computer science and business analytics, then software development, data science, traditional research. Now, if you know this mathematics and this business knowledge, then so you can know this one, software development, data science, and traditional. So for all this, the common thing is this one, data science. Data scientist nowadays, you can see data scientist, data scientist. That data scientist is nothing but the mathematics and the Python and the business analytics. Yeah, and the business analytics. Okay, then you will get simply this data scientist opportunities. Now see, what is this data science? Why I'm telling this data science means by learning Python, you will become data scientist. Okay. So that is analysis, structure, algorithm, process, programming, solving, and knowledge. Step-by-step process in data science. Next, you know, artificial intelligence. Nowadays, everyone is using artificial intelligence, machine learning, everything. Then, please, someone has to mute. Someone has to mute, please. Yes, now artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a superset. Then machine learning is a subset. So deep learning is a subset of this machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Data science versus artificial intelligence. I have shown you what is data science. Okay. So data science and artificial intelligence. So data science, just analytics here. You will analyze. A data scientist gathers data from multiple sources and applies machine learning, predictive analytics, and sentiment analysis to extract the critical information from the collected data. So here analysis will be done. Data analyst or data analytics. Okay. Then artificial intelligence means it is things like the human brain. Make decisions. Here only analysis. Here can make decisions. That is the difference between data science and artificial intelligence. Then in a simplified data science, I already told you, this is simply analysis and this is taking a decisions like the humans. Then the difference between among all the programming languages, if we want to print hello world in C, we will write like this. We will include the header file, then we will print the hello world. Okay, next Java. So now we have to write a class name, public static void main, then system.out.println. Like this, you have to write the program to print hello world. Whereas in C language, for example, you want to perform addition of two numbers, num1 and num2. Addition you want to perform in C language. So what shall we do? What are the steps? Read the first number, read the second number, and the addition of two numbers. Sum equal to num1 plus num2. Addition of two numbers. With these many steps we have to write to add two numbers in C language. Whereas in Java, same addition of two numbers. See public, class, this is your class name, public static void main, first number, second number, sum equal to first plus second. System.out.println, we have to print the result. These are the steps to write Java program to print or to find addition of two numbers. Then in Python, how to write this code. So in Python, see addition of two numbers, how to write the code? Simple. A equal to 5, B equal to 6, C equal to A plus B. This is enough. This is enough. You can write the code. Then you will get the addition of two numbers. Now, Python variables. So how programming languages in C are different. In another programming languages, how the variables are there in the same manner. Python is also using variables. Now, in Python, one difference or one important difference here, it is whatever here you are giving. So of course, these are strings. So if you are using this plus operator, then it works like concatenation. Concatenation is nothing but appending, addition of these two variables express one. So generally, in C language or in Java, you have to use some predefined methods. Whereas now there is no need of other predefined methods. No need to include any header files. Just X equal to Python, Y equal to programming, just print. And then see, the strings are added. Now, what are different data types in Python? So numeric data types, Dictionary data type, Boolean, set data type, collection. In collection, again, different types, strings, lists, tuples. In numeric, different types, inter, float, complex. In detail, we can discuss in regular classes. These are just the data types what are present in Python. Suppose integer. So how can you give integer? See, if you observe in C or C++ or in Java, if you want to use this integer variable, we have to declare that integer variable. If you observe in Python, no need to give this data type. Depending on a equal to 10, you have assigned, no? A equal to 10, if you have assigned, then automatically it will take the data type as integer. If you are giving some b equal to some character b, then automatically it will assume that carry data type. If c equal to you are writing like Python in double quotations, then it will assume like a string. See here you are not at all mentioning any data types. Based on the initialization or based on the input, it will assume the data type. The property here it is called as dynamically typed programming languages. Dynamically typed programming languages. Okay. So now integer data type. So if you want to know, see here, just you have taken one variable and you assign, you don't know the type. So if you want to print, simply you write print of type of something, then it will display the type. If you have assigned this, you have not mentioned any float or real or something. Just you have taken a variable and you assigned. If you want to know the type, then automatically it will display float. If you have assigned something like 3 plus 4j, then automatically it will assumes like the type of data is complex. No need to declare. No need to declare the variables declaration. Okay. Now, what are different operators? These are different operators. So, arithmetic, comparison, assignment, logical, bitwise, membership, and identity operators. See, most of these operators are present in all the programming languages. I think you know about this. Of course, some you may not know, but the types you may heard. Arithmetic, comparison, assignment, logical, bitwise. So, membership operator and identity operators are new in Python. What are these? We can discuss later. Now in Python, you have to follow the indentation. What is the meaning of indentation? If you have written in Python, if condition, we will write like this, if a less than b, then you have to follow indentation. Don't write here. So don't write like printf or print like that. Okay. Here, follow indentation. Okay. So that means if a less than b colon, simply you can write print something like true. So this indentation is important. Okay. So Python you should give. So no need to generally in other programming languages you are writing like this block of statements. Here no need to write that block. So give the tab space, you write this one. This assumes like this. That is nothing but here indentation. Okay. Now the same I have shown here. See this? Now, if how if else statements in Python. So if x less than y colon, whatever you want to do, you can do. Else after that you are having this colon print y. So print that is the min. Like this, follow indentation here. This is simple if else statement. Now, so this is a simple if without else. So again observe indentation. Indentation is important here. If the condition is verified, if it is true, S1 will be executed. If it is false, then S2 will be executed. Okay. Then if else statement, if this condition is true, S1 will be executed. If condition is false, S2 will be executed. In both the cases, after S1, S3 will be executed. After S2, again S3 will be executed. See this one. S1. Condition is false, S2. In both the cases, S3 will be executed. Nested if else, like in another programming languages, Python is also having that nested if else. If is present in another if, see, if is present in another if. Okay, if some condition, if some condition. This is the syntax in nested if. Like that. So else if I think you heard in other programming languages that here in Python you have to write elif, like else. See, else some condition. Then similarly loop structures, that is about if else. If you want to check, then you can use if else statements. While some expression, that means some condition you are verifying. If that condition is true, these statements will be executed. After these statements, again expression, S1, again S1, like that it will repeat that. If the condition is false, then S2 will be executed. Right. The same here, pictorial representation. Well stated. Similarly, you have for loop. See, for generally for loop, for some I equal to 1, I less than or equal to something, for statements are there. Now in Python, you are having for I in range of 1 to 101. Some logic here it is. Just I want to show here how the for loop is used in Python. Some other data structures are there, like list data structure. So here for list, like arrays. So square brackets here we are using. List collection of elements. What are the operations performed on list? So append operation you can perform, insert operation you can perform, remove operation, index operation, count operation on list. You can perform these operations. Then similar to arrays, tuples, some differences are there between lists and tuples that we can discuss later. See, tuples, simply you can write like this. This is also collection of data only. Sets, this is also collection of data only. So here you are representing sets like this. Similarly, similar to lists, so sets are also having operations. Some operations you can perform. Dictionaries. So in the dictionary, the data is stored in the form of key and value pairs. That means suppose key is like a roll number. Okay. So number, value of that roll number is 501. Okay. Key is some name, colon. Name is something like Akash. So like that, the data is stored in the form of key value pair. Okay. So like the different data structures are there, like a list, sets, tuples, and dictionaries. Okay. That's all for introduction to this Python